With sub-pedal no dizzles, we have another compressor, which I know is usually not the super interesting pedal. Please, forget everything you know about compressors and watch this. I'm gonna do the my 2 cents right now and then again later. Buy this. It's just wow. Okay? So, compression. What does it do? So, I have this note and it dies off relatively quickly. But it's got a very spiky beginning, the attack portion. And what a compressor can do is, I tell it, once my level goes above a certain threshold, okay? Once my level is so and so loud, start working, okay? So it doesn't always do its job. It only does its job when you get a certain level. At that level, it doesn't just say, stop and no more. You can't get louder than this. Because that is what a limiter does. Now, a compressor will still get louder, but not quite as loud as you're getting louder. So you can say, you set a threshold, a ratio of 2:1, which on most compressors in pedal form you can't do. On the Lyndhurst from Bogner, you can. Now, a 2:1 ratio would be, for every 2 dB that I get louder, it only outputs 1 dB. 8:1 would be for every 8 dB that I get louder, it only outputs 1 dB. So I'm trying to get louder and louder and louder, but it doesn't let me. But only above the threshold, okay? Only above that level that I set. Now, what's the benefit of that? Now, all your quiet shit usually is pretty damn quiet and doesn't cut through the mix. Now, by squishing those loud parts, you can raise everything up, and then all your quiet stuff comes up out of the mix and out of the band as well. Which will also make it sound like you have a lot more sustain. Now, some compressors do a lot of pumping, so that means everything is fine. Once you hit that threshold, bam, it squishes it, and then it falls below the threshold, and then it, gets quiet again. And that is the pumping of the compressor. Can be desired effect when it comes to the new kind of dance floor shit that's out there. But might not be desirable for an instrument like this. So Leslie, throw in the pedal, please. There we go. Here's the Lyndhurst. Now, let's look at the controls. We have the input and compression. That is your threshold, okay? That is at what level does it start to compress and how much. Here we have that ratio knob, which you don't have on all pedal compressors. It's pretty common for a studio compressor. Here you have level, which is also on a studio compressor called makeup gain, which is how much louder does it get. It's just how loud it is after it's been squished. Now here we have a post-compression EQ. F in the middle is flat, S is for sparkle, and C is for chime. Both of them, to me, sound like it's a high-end boost. Now, where the difference is, I don't quite know, and we're gonna listen. And here is an auto switch, which is auto attack. So it'll kind of listen to you, what you're doing, and try to attack accordingly. Or you switch it to this little knob, and then you can increase the attack time, which means my attack is still there. And even though I'm already above the threshold, it's starting to compress a little bit later. So I have my attacky sound, but then still the squishy sound. Okay? Ooh. Every single time I explain this, I'm sorry, but compressors are difficult to understand. Now the thing is, a lot of them are subtle, and you don't quite know what it's doing. This, you immediately hear, and it's fun. So much fun. I'm gonna go to auto, flat, 4 to 1, middle. Here we go. Here's my Nick Johnston signature traditional, it's called, from the Schecter. He's gonna be here tomorrow, which means already in the past for you. I don't know if this video comes out before the Nick Johnston video, who knows? He's on tour in Germany, and we're gonna hang out. I have a feeling that when he plays these slight overdrive sounds with this guitar. And I have a feeling he uses quite a bit of compression, but one that you can't really hear other than it just sustains the notes beautifully. I'm gonna ask him about that, of course. And when we talk about compression, I'm gonna ask him if he has a Lyndhurst, and why not. So here, I'm going into the Revv Generator 120, which is right there. I'm going into the Revv Generator 120 on the clean channel. And of course, why is there bass? Well, why is there bass? Because in a bit, I'm also gonna send bass through it, because obviously with the compressor, we gotta test it for bass, which means this video is gonna be 7 hours long, but hey, that's what we do. Thank you. You can hear that kind of whoop when it's coming close to that threshold, or when it's starting to work. Of course, it is increasing the hum of the single chords. That's normal. You always want it on. Come on. That is just plain fantastic. I mean, really. Let's play around. I don't need more than this. This is it. Let's play around with the EQ. There are clearly subtle differences in the high frequency spectrum, which is beautiful. Get this. I'm having a blast playing an S-type, super pretty much standard guitar into a clean sound, and there's no effects. There's no reverb right now. There's no flangy, swooshy, whooshy. There's nothing. And I'm having a fucking blast. Why? What's going on? Let's push in the Silver Spring Reverb by Mad Professor and have even more fun. Set to C. I'm going to squish it even more. Oh. Thing. Why do we always play with overdrive? I just came up with that, so that's why I'm excited, okay? Why do we play with so much overdrive and distortion? And why do we love it? Why do we have our sounds? Well, because it's easy to play, because the notes are standing there. Because they sing. Because it makes it easy for us. Why am I having so much fun right now? Because I'm playing a clean sound that behaves the same way. Okay, if I did this. Note gone. Now that's still very pretty, but it's not this feeling of they're singing, they're just there, they're just holding. This is... I'm sorry, it's just freaking magic. Okay. Oh, wow. This is never ever leaving me. The distributor will never ever get it back. Never ever, never ever, ever, never. Wow. I'm squishing the living shit out of it. Okay. A little bit less. let's say my attack is a little bit later. That's I'm unautoing the attack and dialing the attack later, and then that sounds like so. Fucking nominal. Let's do that on bass. Holy shit. Here I am with my Sandberg Ken Taylor Basic 5. It is right now in active and in humbucker mode. And I'm going into a dark glass vintage ultra because it's fucking awesome. Best bass preamp pedal there is. So here's my sound without the Lyndhurst. I have to slap because we're talking about compression here. So I want the attack to be later, of course. I don't know what I'm doing, but it sounds pretty damn cool. Of course, that happens in between. Freaking awesome. So with auto attack, this is what happens. I don't know what I'm doing. it changes the attack behavior of the bass and brings that ploppiness out is just absolutely. Leslie just loves to be on the wrong cameras. That's awesome. Blow up that pedal, baby! Thank you. I just did a review of the Keeley Compressor Plus, which I don't know if it's out yet already while you're watching this, because it was unreleased while I was filming it, which is a great compressor pedal because it's a dirty compressor. It is immensely useful to put in front of a slightly driven amp to push it more. It's kind of like a boosty compressor, and it's brilliant for being dirty and gnarly, and obviously also compressing. It's a Keeley compressor, come on. But what this does is, for me, it's the clean monster. Bass and guitar, just to always be there, just always have it sit there forever. Having the feeling of playing these beautiful leads as if you're distorting when you're not. Because it's not pushing the amp into overdrive. It's just making it not louder. It's making the guitar louder, but it's just sitting there. It's singing. It's beautiful. It's in a league of its own. Okay? If you're in the market for your Telly, your Strat, your S-Type, your T-Type, your whatever, your clean sounds with a little bit of reverb, and they're just supposed to be there. Or you want to do these chicken pickeny kind of country things, which, yes, you can do diner compish stuff, which rounds it off and makes it ploppy. This will make it sparky. It's just absolutely phenomenal. And it's never ever leaving this house. Sorry, Avi. Sorry, Reinhold. You gotta come and get it. Okay? Come here and get. Okay. Links below, people, if I can find out where it already is available. Also links to my Patreon account and links to other things and whatever. And thanks for supporting me. Please do that. Please hit the subscribe button. It really helps me showing companies that you're watching, which you obviously are because you're still here. And some of my, crazy animals, which we have a million of, at the end of this video. Thanks, guys.
Sleeping by the telephone, hoping you might call someday. Treat me like a toy that's getting boring and you throw me away. I wonder what you're hiding from, wonder what the fuck went wrong. 'Cause once upon a time we were as merry as the day is long. I should